It's a Tuesday afternoon and you're feeling the weight of the day. The hours seem to drag on, and your energy levels are plummeting. You find yourself in a familiar state of fatigue, a common occurrence that seems to hit around this time every week. The monotony of the daily grind has taken its toll, and you're searching for a quick escape, a momentary distraction to break the cycle of weariness. You reach for your phone, unlocking it without a second thought. It's almost as if your hand moves on its own, guided by an invisible force. The screen lights up, and you're instantly drawn into the digital world. Notifications, messages, and updates await your attention, offering a brief respite from the tedium of the day. This act of reaching for your phone has become second nature, a reflexive response to the slightest hint of boredom or stress. Scrolling through social media becomes an automatic response to stress. The endless feed of posts, pictures, and videos provides a temporary escape, a way to disconnect from the present moment. Each swipe of your finger brings a new piece of content, a new distraction. It's a cycle that's hard to break, as the allure of constant stimulation keeps you hooked. Before you know it, minutes turn into hours, and the day slips away. Maybe you bite your nails when you're anxious, or reach for a sugary snack when boredom strikes. These small actions, seemingly insignificant, are actually powerful indicators of your emotional state. They provide a fleeting sense of comfort, a way to cope with the underlying feelings of anxiety or restlessness. Over time, these behaviors become ingrained, forming a pattern that's hard to break. They offer a quick fix, a momentary relief, but often at the cost of your long-term well-being. These are habits, ingrained patterns of behavior that shape our daily lives. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, our days are filled with routines and rituals. Some habits are beneficial, like brushing your teeth or exercising regularly. Others, however, can be detrimental, like procrastinating or overeating. These habits are formed through repetition, becoming automatic responses to specific triggers. They save us time and mental energy, allowing us to navigate our complex world with ease. We all have them, those automatic actions and reactions that dictate our choices, often without us even realizing it. They are the silent drivers of our behavior, influencing our decisions and shaping our lives. Whether it's the way we start our morning, the route we take to work, or the way we unwind at the end of the day, habits play a crucial role in our daily existence. They provide structure and predictability, helping us manage the complexities of life. These actions may seem insignificant, but they hold a powerful influence over our well-being, productivity, and overall happiness. The small, seemingly trivial choices we make each day can accumulate, leading to significant outcomes over time. Positive habits can enhance our lives, promoting health, happiness, and success. Negative habits, on the other hand, can hold us back, creating barriers to our goals and diminishing our quality of life. Reflecting on our habits allows us to understand their impact and make conscious choices about the behaviors we want to cultivate. Understanding the psychology of habits is crucial for anyone looking to break free from negative patterns and cultivate positive change. By delving into the science of habit formation, we can uncover the mechanisms that drive our behavior. This knowledge empowers us to identify the triggers and rewards that sustain our habits, giving us the tools to modify or replace them. Whether through self-help books, therapy, or educational content, gaining insight into our habits is the first step towards transformation. By understanding the mechanisms behind habit formation, we can learn to take control of our actions and design a life that aligns with our goals and aspirations. It's about creating a roadmap for change, setting clear intentions, and taking deliberate steps towards a better future. With awareness and effort, we can break free from the constraints of negative habits and build a foundation of positive behaviors that support our well-being and success. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Habits are, essentially, mental shortcuts that our brains create. They are learned behaviors that, through repetition, become automatic over time. Instead of consciously making a decision each time, our brains automate frequently performed actions for efficiency. This automatic response frees up mental energy for other tasks, allowing us to navigate complex environments and make decisions more efficiently. Imagine having to consciously think about every step of your morning routine, brushing your teeth, showering, and getting dressed. Habits streamline these actions, allowing us to perform them effortlessly and without much thought. This automation is essential for a functioning mind, but it can also lead to the development of negative habits that hinder our progress and well-being. Habits are formed and maintained through a three-step process known as the habit loop: cue, routine, reward. This concept is fundamental to understanding how our daily behaviors are structured and how we can change them. By breaking down habits into these three components, we can gain insight into why we do what we do and how to make lasting changes. The cue is a trigger that initiates the habit, a signal to the brain that it's time to perform the behavior. It acts as a prompt, nudging us to start the routine. Cues can be incredibly varied and personal. They can be external, like the sound of an alarm clock, or internal, like a feeling of hunger or stress. This could be a specific time of day, a particular location, or even an emotional state. For example, seeing the clock strike 7 a.m. might cue you to start your morning routine. Being in the kitchen might cue you to grab a snack. Feeling anxious might cue you to reach for your phone and start scrolling through social media. The routine is the actual behavior itself, the action you take in response to the cue. This is the most visible part of the habit loop and can range from simple actions like brushing your teeth to more complex behaviors like preparing a meal. The routine is what you repeatedly do, often without much conscious thought. This could be anything from biting your nails to going for a run. The routine is the core of the habit, the behavior that gets reinforced over time. It's important to recognize that routines can be both positive and negative. While some routines, like exercising, can improve your health, others, like smoking, can be detrimental. Finally, the reward is the positive outcome associated with the behavior. This is what makes the habit loop worth repeating. Rewards can be tangible, like a treat or a trophy, or intangible, like a sense of relief or happiness. The reward satisfies a craving and reinforces the habit loop, making it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior in the future. This could be a feeling of pleasure, a sense of accomplishment, or even just the relief of stress. Understanding the reward is crucial because it helps you identify what you're really seeking from the habit. By recognizing the reward, you can find healthier ways to achieve the same satisfaction. For instance, if the reward for smoking is stress relief, you might find that meditation or exercise can provide a similar sense of calm. By dissecting the habit loop, you can start to make conscious choices about your behaviors and work towards building better habits. The brain is wired to seek out and repeat rewarding behaviors. This is a fundamental aspect of how our neural circuitry operates. From the moment we are born, our brains are constantly learning and adapting to our environment, seeking out experiences that bring us pleasure and avoiding those that cause discomfort. This process is deeply rooted in our evolutionary history, as it has helped humans survive and thrive over millennia. When we engage in a habit, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. This release of dopamine creates a feeling of satisfaction and enjoyment, which encourages us to repeat the behavior. For example, when you eat your favorite food, your brain releases dopamine, making you feel good and prompting you to seek out that food again in the future. This is the brain's way of reinforcing behaviors that it perceives as beneficial. This dopamine rush reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to repeat it in the future. Over time, as we continue to engage in the behavior and receive the dopamine reward, the neural pathways associated with that habit become stronger and more ingrained. This is why habits can be so powerful and difficult to change. The brain essentially creates a shortcut, allowing us to perform the behavior with less conscious effort. Over time, the neural pathways associated with the habit become stronger, making the behavior feel increasingly automatic. This is why you might find yourself reaching for your phone without even thinking about it, or automatically grabbing a snack when you're bored. The brain has created a well-worn path that makes these actions feel almost instinctual. This automaticity can be beneficial for positive habits, but it can also make it challenging to break free from negative ones. This neurological process explains why breaking bad habits can be so challenging. When we try to change a habit, we are essentially trying to rewire our brain, which can be a difficult and uncomfortable process. The brain resists change because it has become accustomed to the dopamine reward associated with the behavior. This resistance can manifest as cravings, irritability, and other withdrawal symptoms, making it hard to stick to new, healthier habits. The brain has become accustomed to the dopamine reward associated with the behavior, and it will resist any attempts to disrupt this pattern. This is why willpower alone is often not enough to break a bad habit. It requires a combination of strategies such as creating new positive habits to replace the old ones, seeking support from others, and being patient with yourself as you navigate the challenges of change. Understanding the brain's role in habit formation can help you develop more effective strategies for overcoming negative patterns. Understanding this neurological basis of habit formation is crucial for developing effective strategies for breaking free from negative patterns. By recognizing the role of dopamine in the brain's resistance to change, you can better prepare yourself for the challenges ahead. This knowledge empowers you to take a more proactive approach to habit change, using techniques such as mindfulness, positive reinforcement, and gradual behavior modification to create lasting, positive change in your life.